Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super uber mega excited to share this video with you guys because I've actually realized that I haven't done a list regarding the new and returning content on Hulu for the year of 2025. This includes movies, series, and all of the good stuff. But before we get into further details and actually discuss everything that's going on Hulu when it comes to lesbian content, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments because, like I always say, your opinion does matter, and it basically adds a lot of value to the videos and everything. So let's get right into further details. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with In the Summers. The movie follows Sister Violet and Ava that visit their loving, and also reckless father Vicente every summer. He strives to create a wonderful world for them while they spend this, moment together. And obviously, he's also facing his own personal challenges, and but also at the same time, he is trying his best, to be there for his daughters in this case, and also because of what they are going through when it comes to their own personal situations and family and also identity and everything. So yes, this movie is super underrated. It came out, if I'm not mistaken, on Hulu, at the beginning of the year, and some others might say at the end of 2024, but it all depends on your location and the availability that it has. But yes, I will definitely recommend you also go ahead and go watch In the Summers. This movie definitely, isn't disappointing at all. The plot is super, super amazing. Then moving forward, we have Nine Perfect Strangers season 2. Tina is a lesbian and her relationship with Wolfie is a center aspect of the story. Tina is a musical prodigy who has lost her passion for music, and Wolfie is in her basically supportive system who's always there to help her, overcome what she needs to overcome so that she can get back to her best self and do music again. But sometimes it's very, very overwhelming for her girlfriend because it's basically their whole world is just, in a whole rotation mode and just being there for Tina. And also the story follows nine people who form different, walks of life to congregate a wellness, retreat to gain a respite from their lives and basically, just try to get themselves together. This series actually is new. It's not new, but the returning season is very good. I will highly recommend you also go ahead and go watch. As of far, it actually got a 7 out of a 10 rating, which if you ask me, that is pretty amazing. So go ahead and go watch it. Then we have The Handmaid's Tale season 6. It follows a darling and atmospheric journey into and beyond, books, groundwork of a chilling anti-feminist dystopia. There's a few lesbians and queer characters across the series. Basically, also, if you guys don't know, Moira and also June's, lesbian best friend since college, forced to work as basically one of the handmaids training centers. Season 6 is good. I don't know what type of lesbian relationships or queer representation will there be, but so far, according to what I see in across the whole seasons, there always have been and had been, representation. So we expect the same for, season 6. If you guys are already watching it, let me know your thoughts and tell me what are your expectations for it. Me personally, I didn't follow this series a lot, so I don't have a very specific comments on it. But if you guys do, drop it down below in the comments. That will be very helpful, and just to get a little bit more info regarding it. Then we have Tell Me Lie season 2. It follows Lucy and Stefan quickly fall into an basically and very complicated, basically entanglement that will permanently after they change their whole lives and the college and the group's lives as well. But my main focus is to speak about Dina and Pippa. So basically, Dina and Pippa, the story happens when Dina, checks on Pippa after a very, unfortunate situation that happened. And during that moment, they start to bond, basically just trying to figure out what is going on. And also, you can basically see that in this case, they were not very, very fond of one another. One was trying to get close, the other one was pushing away. But later on in the future, you will actually end up finding out that they are in a relationship. Later on, after college, they got together, but they have decided to keep their relationship a secret. And later on, by the end of season 2, you can see them finally, popping out publicly, basically leaving everybody shocked and, not understanding how it happened, how they came together. But yes, highly recommend their storyline. Then we have 911 season 21B, basically meaning part 2 of season 21. The series got the lesbian married couple Han and Karen. Yes, the storyline is a true classic on the show that is going through legal custody battle of putting, and also putting their marriage to basically trial while they are trying to figure out everything and just trying to be there one for another to support. There's moments where they break down, there's moments where they argue, there's moments that they come together. So it's definitely a whole roller coaster ride when it comes to their relationship. Yes, if you guys don't know, I feel like this one is a true classic. It doesn't need no introduction, especially after it having 21 seasons in this case. It basically explores the high pressures of, an experience of first responders. Very simple, very straightforward. I feel like, 1 + 1 = 2 when it comes to that. We don't need to give a lot of explanation. But yes, Han and Karen relationship is definitely one. So go ahead and go watch on the series if you guys haven't watched it yet. It's a married couple that basically lives, very complicated situation, but they always come back together. Then we have Hack season 4. Ava and Ruby actually end up breaking up, during season 3. And we all thought that Ava will somewhere, somehow in season 4 get back with Ruby and they will reconnect and try to figure out their relationship. I will say from my standpoint of view, but as season 4 actually goes by, you can see that that is not the case. In this case, Ava actually ends up meeting, a married couple and they end up starting to have like this three-way relationship between them. It's basically, in this case, Ava, a woman, and another guy who is a married couple who have an open marriage. So yes, and I was kind of disappointed because I really thought that with this new season we will see a little bit more of a serious side of her wanting to settle down or maybe just find love again. But it looks like this definitely is not what she's on. And also, we all know her toxic relationship with Deborah Willing when it comes to professionalism. It's just a whole situation when it comes to this too. But it definitely makes the series, even more interesting. So yes, Hack season 4 so far not my favorite. I will definitely say the season 3 was my favorite. And then we have Hukok. Hopefully, I pronounced the name correctly. The movie was super underrated. That's why I just had to come here and include it as well because I feel like the lesbian situationship storyline that happened on the movie wasn't spoken enough about. So basically, if you guys don't know, the movie is from Germany, if I'm not mistaken, and it follows Gretis who travels to the German Alps with her father and stepmother in the village. There they are, staying. She stumbles upon dark secrets. She hears strange noises and has terrifying visions of a woman stalking her. Greta finds herself drawn into a conspiracy involving strange experiments. Yes, very, very straightforward. It's a horror movie, and somewhere, somehow, during the situation, there's also like a lover or someone that she ends up being with. So yes, they actually end up sharing a moment together, which was pretty cool, if you ask me. So yes, if you guys have watched the movie, please let me know your rating on it. Yes, guys, that's basically it. I've also activated the super stickers to the channel just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. And I also want to say, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And also let me know other new content that is available on Hulu. And thank you so much for all the love and all the support. Really, thank you so much. I'll see you guys again at the next video. And goodbye.